morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, and it's Friday, May 3rd, 2019, and you are listening to AM Ocala Live, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall, just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get an egg roll, or a coffee, or a pretzel, or pizza, or salad. I just thought I'd name a few things today, Robin, instead of just one thing. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good over here. You're good over there. 76 right now. That's degrees. 76 degrees. 81 is how warm we're expecting it to get. There is rain in the forecast. Let me click that button, give you the details on that. Looks like we have a 50% chance of rain that we'll see this afternoon. Looks like it'll dwindle down to 24% by 5 p.m., Robin, so that might be good news for us because we are planning on being part of the first Friday Art Walk today.
Yep, we're playing.
So hopefully that'll be good. It'll be the last first Friday Art Walk before for the rest of the year until September, for the summer.
Yeah, of the season.
We take a break. They take a break during the summer. Saturday, tomorrow, looks like it's going to be a nice day. Highs around 90. No mention of rain in tomorrow's forecast. Am I right? Yep, sure is. No mention. Sunday, there is about a 45% chance of rain. Monday, pretty much the same thing. And so today might have rain. Looks like we will. In fact, it looks like it's wanting to rain right now out there, doesn't it? All right, let's see. What are we doing today? 7:35. You and I will open up the phone lines. We'll talk about the news, etc., and offer opinions. And that's just the way it is. It's called the informal. It's an informal way, not called that, but it's an informal way of doing the news.
Yeah.
Galen Unold at 8:05. Let's see. What did I have for Galen today? I think it was the things that we. I know what it was. I think it was this, Robin. I think it was this. It is rumors.
Nice.
That's right. It is rumors. I have a rumor right here in this parking lot.
Oh, my gosh.
So we'll talk about rumors with Galen. 8:20, we have a beautiful singing lady coming on. A beautiful singing lady. A lady with a beautiful singing voice. Well, she's a beautiful lady, too. She's coming to our area. Let me give you a sample of what she sounds like. Are you ready? Do you remember this song? I think this is from Dr. Doolittle, right? No,
okay.
Not Dr. Doolittle. Candyman? What was that show?
I just
Wonka?
had it.
Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka and the
All right.
Chocolate Factory.
Anyway, Linda Eater is coming on at 8:20. She's going to be at the top...
At the Sharon.
At the Sharon in the Villages.
Yep.
Okay.
She's played Carnegie Hall. She's played Kennedy Center, everywhere.
She's really good.
Take a look and you'll see.
So she'll be on at 8:20. Too bad she couldn't come on for longer than the 10 minutes.
I know. I gave her all these dates, and she's so busy. I mean, she travels all over the world performing. She's a fabulous singer-songwriter.
Yeah, but she doesn't realize the significance of being on our show.
I know.
Will defy explanation.
Wow, she's really good. All right, she'll be on at 8:20. Galen, I'm sorry. We have to cut off our rumor has a bit. News bites at 8:35. That's when we give a formal delivery, at least as formal as we get, of the news. We don't offer any opinions. That's probably the main thing. Your radio becomes a great source for news at 8:35 each morning and each weekday morning anyway. Jim George coming in to talk to us about technology. He's our go-to guy when it comes to technology. I really believe our phone lines are a lot better because of Jim, by the way.
I hope so.
So he'll be here at 9:05 to talk to us about that kind of stuff, and you can call in and ask him about your technological thing.
Yeah.
National Commander of the American Legion, Brett Reistad, is coming on at 9:35. He is the 100th National Commander of the American Legion. He's talking about Memorial Day. Believe it or not, we're getting close to that already.
Yeah, it's coming up.
He's going to talk about the issues facing American heroes in today's world. Dr. Joseph... What is all that noise? Dr. Joseph Belmonte.
Never made that noise before.
Do it again. Do whatever you did again. Oh, I see. You were rubbing up against your microphone. I see what happened. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Joseph Belmonte is an investment strategist and coming on to talk to us about his book called Buffett and Beyond. Mm-hmm. Buffett and Beyond. So he'll be on to talk about that. So that's awesome. And, did I say Linda Eater's coming on at 8:20?
Yeah, she's amazing.
Who's the guy that wrote this song? Oh, gosh. I know the guy. drawing a blank. He used to be on all the talk shows for a while when he was, I guess he's gone now.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Jim knows. Come on, Jim. Call in. No, we don't have time. Don't call in right now. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. I almost have the guy's name. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
And you'll see into your imagination.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump says it's time to move on from all these investigations and tells Fox's Catherine Herridge he'll fight Democrats' efforts to subpoena former White House counsel Don McGahn and other administration officials.
They've testified for many hours, all of them. Many
So as far as you're concerned, it's kind of done.
I can't say, well, one can and the others can't.
Okay, so is it done?
I would say it's done.
McGahn has been called to testify before the House Judiciary Committee May 21st. The city of San Francisco is suing the Trump administration over its new regulation allowing healthcare professionals to opt out of providing treatments they oppose, like abortions.
Conservative faith organizations are pleased. A representative from the Catholic Association stated no healthcare worker should ever be forced to choose between their practice or their faith. That principle is enshrined in countless laws and regulations, but has been violated for far too long.
Fox's Lauren Green. This is Fox News.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. In Putnam County. A 2-year-old boy drowned in Melrose shortly after it was reported that he was missing. Early this morning, SpaceX pushed back its launch of a rocket to the International Space Station after a drone ship suffered an electrical issue. Florida Senator Marco Rubio said the federal government may have had information about hacking that occurred during the 2016 presidential election that they were either unable or unwilling to share with individual counties impacted by the breach. The Florida Senate voted that felons would have to pay fines and restitution before having their voting rights restored. The bill now goes to the House. Today is the final day to pass bills other than the state budget, which the legislature will take up tomorrow. Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul has been released from the hospital after a single car crash in South Florida. And reservations for Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge sold out in just 2 hours yesterday. Disney World in Florida opens their Galaxy's Edge on August 29th. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Clouds and some breaks of sunshine today with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm. High today 82 to 86, but we'll start to clear things out tonight. Low 67 to 71. Times of clouds and sun for the day tomorrow. Can't rule out a thunderstorm in the afternoon near the coast. Highs in the upper 80s and low 90s. And then more in the way of clouds heading into Sunday. There will be a couple of showers and thunderstorms around, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and May is a big month in our industry. Today, I brought Annette Lotz with me, the Director of Clinical Services.
I'm happy to be here, Jennifer, and in May, we get to celebrate our wonderful nursing staff. They are truly ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, they are, Annette, and we are always looking for more excellent, caring nurses to join our Palm Garden family.
We sure are, but in the meantime,
Happy Nurses Week from Palm Garden.
It's Crepe Myrtle time to visit Ocala's Crepe Myrtle headquarters, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Nobody, yes, I said nobody, has the selection and the super low prices on crepe myrtle like Bob Wines. Bob Wines has number one size crepe myrtles starting as low as $9.99, and you buy one, get one at half price. For larger ones, delivered, planted in your yard, and guaranteed it's buy one and get one free. Come check out their gigantic selection of crepe myrtles at Bob Wines. He also has double red and double pink knockout roses, regularly $19.99, just $9.99 while they last. And of course, trees. All trees, large and small. They're all buy one at Bob's super low price and get a second one just like it for half price. Come grab up your share of the savings this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala, just east of Lake Weir Avenue, southeast 38th Street. Open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you, Dan. Let's see, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. It does look like it wants to rain out there, doesn't it? All right, let's look at the... Ooh, my microphone is making noise. Let's look at things in the news. The phone lines are open if you want to call in. The number is 622-9622. And there was one... First Friday Art Walk is tonight, assuming it doesn't rain. Well, I don't want to assume it's not going to rain. Oh, by the way, there was a whole second page to our guest list that I just ignored. I forgot there was a second page. Ocala Magazine Radio is today. Philip Glassman coming in. I think the guest is Olivia Ortiz, talking about the music scene in Ocala, so that ought to be fun.
Yep, all we know about her is she's a musician. I don't know what she plays or anything.
I think we've met her.
Jesse
the name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Mitchell Zuckoff is coming on to talk to us about a big book called The Story of 9/11. Actually, it's called Fall and Rise, The Story of 9/11. It is about September 11th, 2001, and it's in detail. There's a lot of stuff in this book. Big book.
It is.
Dr. Bruce Olav Solheim, the first person in his family to go to college, served 6 years in the Army as a jail guard and a helicopter pilot, and goes on and on. He's got a book called Timeless Deja Vu, A Paranormal Personal History. Well, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, we spoke to him about his first book.
Did we?
And now this is his
That's
second
why his
book.
name sounds familiar.
He's been on Coast to Coast, and
Coast to Coast.
He's really something.
You know who got booted off of Coast to Coast? Somebody we had recently. The guy, oh my gosh, he was really famous too. We had him on not too long ago.
Oh.
He was Barnard or something. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh gee.
I guess George Norrie didn't want to keep him on there.
I guess not.
I don't know. He was a hard guy to get a word in edgewise with. I mean, he was a great guy.
Uh-huh.
Remember he had all that information about the Kennedy assassination and about all those showbiz people and... Dorothy Kilgallen, remember? He knew that whole story.
Yeah, he did. He was just on last week. I can't recall.
Yeah, I know.
Or the other day. I just can't recall his name.
Kids, trust me, when you do a radio show and you speak to as many guests as we do, you're not going to remember all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you are ever going to do this, but... All right, let's look at things in the news. The first one, just a sad story. Prayers for this family. A family in Melrose no longer has their two-year-old little boy. Somehow he got down to the pond and he drowned.
Oh my God.
The home was on the edge of a lake or a pond, whatever you call that thing. Melrose Bay, they call it. But it looks like a pond to me when I looked at the pictures, which is irrelevant. The little boy is gone, and that's just a shame. So sad. So I don't know what else to say other than prayers for the family.
Prayers. So sorry. God,
I guess the dad
horrible.
took an older child to school or something like that. And
left the 2-year-old at home? Or?
No. Well, yeah, but with other people. There was like 8 other people that lived there. So.
Oh, my gosh.
SpaceX this morning decided to scrub a launch. They were supposed to launch a rocket at 3:11 a.m. Did not happen. It wasn't because of weather, though. It was because of the drone ship out in the ocean where the boosters are landing,
Uh-huh.
There was something wrong with that thing, so
Oh, my gosh.
not so sure what happened there. All right, Marco Rubio, our Florida U.S. Senate. He's a senator, of course.
Yep.
He has hinted that he had information about hacking that occurred during the 2016 presidential election. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. He didn't have information. He says the federal government had information. Now, he is with the federal government. So
yes, he is.
that doesn't mean he knew what was going on. He just says they had information. He says they, meaning the federal government, were unable or unwilling, take your pick,
Geez, there you go.
to share that information with the counties in this state that were impacted by the breach. Let me read you the quote. I'm not picking on him. I'm just saying this is exactly how he said it. If I had the soundbite, I would play it, but listen to the quote. It's a problem because the federal government has information not specific to Florida. Let me just stay away from that. Let me just say in general, and is unable or unwilling to personally tell the individual counties that are affected what's happened to them for fear of losing access to that information, intelligence information in the future, unquote. What?
Yeah.
What?
Gee.
What does that actually mean?
Exactly.
Take that sentence apart and try to figure out what's going on. That sounds like he was on the hot seat and started going one way with his words and decided to make a U-turn.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It sounds like it.
It does. It does. I mean, if they don't know anything or they're speculating, they shouldn't even make a statement.
And if you are a senator, then you are the federal government.
Exactly.
Okay? There's only 100 senators. So you're one of the highest offices aside from the presidency.
That's right.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. There was a decision made in the Florida Senate now, bringing it a little closer to home, that felons in Florida who have served their time in jail or in prison, who are now done with that, will not have their rights restored unless, I could have said that in the positive, they will have their rights restored when, either way you want to look at it.
Yeah.
They pay their fines, their restitution, and other payments that are ordered by a judge.
That makes sense.
So the financial obligations, which are always tagged on to a sentence, must also be met. And P.S., this was an argument that we were talking about the other day. But here's the big P.S. When the Florida voters decided to say yes to the amendment that would enable our legislators to allow felons to vote, the amendment itself, the thing we voted on itself, said in order for this to happen, first of all, murderers and sex offenders will not be included in this group. So they're out. They don't get to vote ever again. They're done voting.
Yeah.
Okay? The rest of the felons, in order to be back into the full force as a citizen and therefore a voting member of the public, you have to have served your time and you have to have paid back your restitution. There is a caveat to this, one little one. It is if your victim forgives you, if the victim forgives you of the money that you would owe them because of whatever damage you caused to their home, their car, whatever it is that you caused damage to that you owe restitution for, if the victim forgives you of that money, then that's like being paid. That's like having it paid.
Yeah.
So just thought I would say that. The reason I think it's worth stopping on and dwelling on just for a moment is because we had this debate. We were reading news about this debate. I don't think you and I or even our listeners had this debate, to be honest. But our elected officials, the two primary parties, Democrats and Republicans, were arguing over this, and they weren't even considering what the amendment that we voted for said. It's sad. Yeah, we can. Yeah, go ahead. Let them vote again, just as long as they've served their time and pay their restitution and fines.
Yes,
that's what it said.
Exactly.
So that's what we voted for. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how they don't even read that. Their whole job is words.
Exactly.
Their whole job is to read words and write words.
That's right.
Oh, my
They're
gosh.
disgusting. And that's that one Bible story. There was this rich guy, and he was going to throw one of his servants and all of his family in prison because he couldn't pay back his debt. So the guy that owed him money, pleaded with him to please forgive my debt, and the rich guy said okay, and so his debt was forgiven. But then there was another guy that owed him money, and he said, please forgive my debt. I can't do it. And he said, no, I'm not forgiving your debt. You're going to prison, you and your family. And then when the upper rich guy heard about that, he said, boy, how can you be so mean? I forgave you your debt, and you owed me more money than this guy owed you. So you're going to prison. So I just think,
I like that.
There's something wise in your words about debt and debt forgiveness in that amendment there.
Right. I like that story,
Yeah.
Robert. That's nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right. How about a light one? A Disney one, of course.
Okay.
So Disneyland in California has a thing called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Disney World in Florida is getting the same thing August 29th. Apparently it's big, 14 acres in size.
Gosh.
So it opened in California, or it will open May 31st, I think. It's opening there. Ours opens August 29th. Anyway, so tickets went on sale for
tickets?
this. Well, no, not tickets. Okay, let me reservations. Reservations for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened at 10 a.m. Pacific time yesterday. Less than 2 hours later, they were all gone.
Oh, sort of like the Fast Pass or something
I don't know.
like that.
Joe would know this. I don't know this stuff. But the point is, so popular that 2 hours later, a time frame from May 31st to June 23rd is already booked up. So
wow.
If you go between, it opens May 31st, but so far it's all booked up until June 23rd. Don't ask me.
Wow.
But they say that the same thing is going to happen here in Florida when ours opens up on August 29th. So I would imagine that since the tickets went on sale, or the reservations were open on the beginning of May, for the end of May, I guess the beginning of August. Because it says here, Disney has not released details how people will access the one in Florida, reservations to the one in Florida. However, since it opens August 29th, I'm going to say August 1st. I'm just going to guess. Well,
September 1st.
No, August 1st.
Oh, for the tickets, yeah. Yeah, right.
Because the one in California opens May 31st, and they went on sale yesterday.
Oh, okay.
May 2nd, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wow, isn't that something? Gosh.
Something.
Wow, no walk-ins for that.
No walk-ins.
You pay your $150 to get in for a day.
Hey, did you hear that the guy died? Who's the guy who played Chewbacca in Star Wars?
Oh.
Do I have that in front of me?
I don't remember his name.
But anyway, yeah, the tall guy who played Chewbacca.
Is it Anthony something?
I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the start of the volcanic eruption that caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damage on Hawaii's Big Island. 1 year later, today, thousands of people remain affected. Hundreds can't return home or rebuild. Frustration is mounting over the pace of recovery. In Paloa, I guess that's a town over there, Deborah and Stan Smith lost their home and have been struggling to maintain their orchard after lava blocked local roads.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Peter Mayhew, I had to look him up.
Thank you. Yeah, I did read it this morning.
Wow.
Beyond Meat.
Okay.
Beyond Meat, M-E-A-T, like hamburger meat.
Oh, okay.
Beyond Meat jumped beyond expectations with its debut on the NASDAQ index yesterday.
Oh, my.
Where its shares more than doubled. The purveyor of plant-based burgers. Oh, this is that.
Oh.
The purveyor of plant-based burgers and sausages raised about $240 million yesterday, selling 9.6 million shares at $25 each, which rose 63% to close at $65.75. So in 1 day's time, the people who bought shares had a profit already.
Wow.
Went from $25 to $65.75 in a day. They are celebrating today with their first ever Beyond Day by giving away free food at restaurants, including Carl's Jr. and Del Taco, and coupons for consumers to use in stores. So there's a vegetarian burger, something like that.
Oh my gosh, isn't that something?
I don't know. They say it's really good. I was watching something on one of those. Oh, yeah, I know what it was. We had on the show, the lady who calls in every year from the electronics show, remember? In Vegas. And even though it wasn't an electronics item, it was part of that show. And it was like the big hit of the show was this artificial meat.
Yeah, it was. It was huge because we had that. That was so cool. That was so cool.
The flooding in Davenport, Iowa, the state's third largest city, is expected to break another record today, one day after topping a mark not seen since 1993. The river is expected to reach 22.7 feet by today. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
A lot of flooding over there.
Wow.
Let's see. Vice President Mike Pence will visit Louisiana's St. Landry Parish today to show support for members of 3 black churches burned by an arsonist last month. Pence is scheduled to meet with community leaders and parishioners of the 3 churches, and the Reverend Gerald Toussaint said he and the reverends from the other burned churches also will meet with the vice president.
Gosh.
In Okeechobee, 3 teenage restaurant workers were arrested, accused of spitting into the food they were preparing for 2 uniformed on-duty deputies.
Oh, my God.
They face first-degree felony charges. That's what it is if you tamper with food, kids.
Oh, my God. That is so disgusting.
They're all juveniles, but they're 17. One is 16. 2 is 17, 1 is 16.
They know better.
Yeah.
They know better. My God.
In Chandler, Arizona, a couple was happy to have a baby being born, and the father captured the moment of the birth and then also captured the moment when the newborn was apparently dropped on her head by medical staff. It happened February 14th. Is one of 2. Oh, they had twins. One of the twins was dropped on her head. Her name is Morgan. The baby girl was dropped onto a hospital bassinet.
My God.
So not the floor, but a bassinet.
Oh, my God.
So now they're in the news.
Oh, they should fire everybody.
It doesn't say whether there was a lawsuit. I just don't see that in that story.
Oh, my God.
Police in Florida are attempting to track down a man who hid hundreds of dollars of baby formula under his dress. They call him the Blue Bonnet Baby Formula Bandit.
Gee.
He goes into Publix stores wearing a dress and a blue bonnet and steals baby formula. Oh, my God.
This is, it's too funny. I'm sorry.
The world
is really
is
funny.
You know what? I know it's a bad thing, but I would rather read those stories than babies dropped on their head or a baby drowning in a pond.
Exactly. Now we're all going to shop at Publix just so we can get a sighting of the Blue Bonnet Baby Bandit.
The Blue Bonnet Baby Formula Bandit. The National Hurricane.
There'll be copycats. You watch.
There will be copycats, yes. You need to think of a word because they were trying. What's it called? Assimilation, alliteration. When you put all the words in something with the first letter is the same. Blue Bonnet Baby Bandit, but the word formula has to be changed to something else that starts with a B.
Yeah.
The Blue Bonnet Baby Breakfast Bandit.
There you go.
I don't know. Just take it. All right. The National Hurricane Center is watching an area over Florida and the Atlantic coast. The cluster of showers and storms is located near Miami over the Bahamas. The area is expected to track northward along Florida's Atlantic coast and then move northeasterly over the Atlantic near Georgia and South Carolina. Conditions are not favorable for any significant development, but this area bears watching nonetheless. The frontal system moving through Virginia and the southeastern United States this weekend will help push the disturbed weather farther offshore, which is a good thing. The National Hurricane Center places the probability of a tropical depression or storm forming at just 10%.
Gosh.
Hurricane season begins June 1st. However, Mother Nature doesn't have a calendar.
No. Mother Nature has her own schedule.
A toddler stumbled across a woolly mammoth tooth.
Oh.
Alongside a retention pond in southeast Palm Bay.
Oh my gosh.
Uncovering evidence the tusked beast roamed that area of the Space Coast thousands of years ago. Well, that's kind of cool. The child is 3 years old. His name is Colt. Colt found a rock. He likes to skip stones. His daddy taught him how to skip stones on the pond, Robin.
Oh.
So he picked up a stone, kind of a big one. His dad said, well, that's a funny looking stone. What is that? They cleaned it off and he said, I think this is a tooth.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool?
Well, there you go. Now they'll be digging to see if there's more of an animal down there instead of just the tooth.
Yeah. Boy, wouldn't that be something? Wow.
Do you know, have you ever heard, and this is just me thinking and realizing that I probably learned this and then forgot it, but did the woolly mammoth serve as a food source for early man? Like why would the tooth be there and nothing else be there unless, it was dinner for some group of people or something?
Well, that's all the pictures I see.
Be a big dinner, wouldn't it?
Or with all the, spears and everything. They're all depicted in the
killed
pictures.
It, chop it up, and eat it.
Well, and then they use the hide for clothing.
I wonder
according to the pictures.
Yeah. Now that's fashionable.
Yeah, they use them.
Imagine if that fashion came back.
Oh.
You always hear about fashions coming back. Like you see bell bottoms outside the window.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if woolly mammoth clothing came back?
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, we have false meat today in the news. We could have false fur. Well, we already have false fur.
Yeah, we
right?
do. We have faux fur.
There we go.
Fur,
What do you call it?
yes.
Faux fur?
F-A-U-X. Faux fur.
Faux fur.
Yes.
So you look out the window here. This is how Robert and I keep up with fashion. Just looking out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The jeans still have holes in them, but they're not as plentiful as they used to be.
Do you know what's amazing to me? When I go into the mall and I see blue jeans hanging up on that kiosk, not too deep into the mall here.
Yeah.
Those jeans have no. They're so thin.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically stockings that look like jeans. They're not really denim.
Right. Exactly.
This is why, as Joe says, they look painted on.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about that, by the way.
No, you guys.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you guys are very visual.
Dr. Alan Chambers, an assistant professor in tropical plant breeding at the University of Florida, is leading a group of scientists who want to give Florida farmers the option to grow vanilla in our state. Florida has several naturally growing native vanilla species whose DNA could make important future vanilla cultivars. I got to save this one for Carol Ann. Vanilla is not commercially grown in Florida, but the state has flavor houses where internationally grown vanilla beans are processed for vanilla extract. I thought vanilla was a product of orchids.
Yeah.
How do I know?
So, I mean, the Florida farmers now can't grow anything they want. They have to look at the list that's legal.
Isn't that an interesting question?
Yeah.
I don't know, Robin.
I know. I think that's...
I don't really know.
Gee, who knew?
Don't really know. Wish I knew.
That there's a cap on
If
something.
I knew, I could give you an answer. All right, let's see. There are some new animals added to the prohibited species list in Florida. You want to know what they are?
Yes.
They are the meerkat / mongoose. Not so sure if that's one animal or that's the male and the female of the same thing. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
The raccoon dog. The raccoon sounds like something you would buy at a fair.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it does.
I'll have some of that. I'll have one of those raccoon dogs, please.
Move over.
Give me some mustard for that thing. The D-hole.
Okay, there you go.
The D-hole. I am not making this up.
I don't know what
There's
that
a mammal called the D-hole. D-H-O-L-E. How would you pronounce that?
D-hole.
D-hole. That's an animal? Anyway, it's on the prohibited species list. The brush-tailed possum. The flying fox. The red-whiskered bulbul.
I don't know what that is.
The dioche.
I don't know what that is.
D-I-O-C-H. The Java sparrow.
Uh-huh.
The pink starling. the brown tree snake, the yellow anaconda, the Benny anaconda, and the Deshaunsee's anaconda. There you go.
Oh my gosh, there are 3 anaconda species in Florida.
I'm going to go get a raccoon dog. I'll be right back. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Clouds and some breaks of sunshine today with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm. High today 82 to 86, but we'll start to clear things out tonight. Low 67 to 71. Times of clouds and sun for the day tomorrow. Can't rule out a thunderstorm in the afternoon near the coast.